in at attention. You are locked into another episode of the Husker Army podcast, brought to you by the great folks over at Hurrdat Sports Network. And of course, everybody over at the Husker Army Facebook fan page. We really appreciate you guys. You get a chance, hop over and check us out on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. As always, leave a comment if you can. We get back to you as soon as possible. We are on location right now. We're going even live streaming from their Facebook page at Southern Style Fremont, down here on North Broad in Fremont, Nebraska. You guys get a chance. If you're watching this right now and you got nothing to do, I know the weather's horrible, but if you can get out, you're around this area, come on down, check us out. I'm the only one right here. Kenny is in Arizona. So if you're coming up here, we got a screen set up for you. You can see what all's going on. You can hear what's going on through the PA. And then, got to let you know, Southern Style Fremont tonight, everybody. Rustic Rebels showing up here from 9 to midnight, live band. You got to show up. I mean, like I said, I know the weather is crappy, but come on. Live bands, Rustic Rebels. I'm assuming Jason, country music. That's what I like. There we go. You got some country live music coming in tonight at Southern Style Fremont. So, you know, I just got to let you know real quick, as always, we got to let you guys know about that good old merch we've got going on. Christmas is coming up. Look, great, unique Husker gift for any Husker fan in the family. So you get the chance, hop on over. You know where it is. shop.hurrdatsports.com. You go over there, check it out. Get enlisted into the Husker Army. You check it out. We got the shirts, the beanies. You're going to need the beanies. Absolutely. We got the dad and the trucker hats, the stainless steel tumblers, and the coffee mugs as well. We're going to be adding some things, though. Definitely going to be adding some things, and definitely not the only designs and colors that this comes in. So go check it out if you get the chance. Shop.hurrdatsports.com. Become enlisted into the Husker Army. So, all right. Like I said, right here on location, Southern Style Fremont. Got to show the graphic. I love it. This place is awesome, guys. You got to come in. I mean, seriously, nice big stage, nice big dance floor, damn long-ass bar. You've got an arcade room off to the left. I guess what would be your right when you come in. You've got a dart room. You've got basically the money games, you know, your slot machine-looking things. You've got a pool room in the back even. Look. This place is big. It is the hottest new spot in Fremont, hands down. Hands down. You got to check it out. College here, Midland University, they love coming here. So, Southern Style Fremont. I can't thank Jason enough for allowing us to come in, take up some time on a Saturday. And unfortunately, we got to recap some bullshit. Danny, let's get into it, my man. 40-16. But this is going to be a definitely a curse-riddled episode because it's IOW. It's the Cockeyes, and they've now won 10 out of the last 11, winning 40-16 in Lincoln. What's your thoughts, brother? I got to hear it, man. We need therapy.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
Emotional damage. That's what it is. Unbelievable. Now, see, I was working yesterday, and I actually forgot they played. So when you sent me the text, I was like, I don't even want to know the score. So me decided to watch it this morning. I mean, woo! I mean, we blew a lot of stuff. We had a lot of opportunities. One-man show. That's what it looks like offensively.
The opportunities were there.
And you watch the first half, you see the missed opportunities, and you say, okay, where we're going into the score going into halftime, we let them get that touchdown at the end of the half. You say, okay, not really a bad first half. Could have capitalized on a lot of things. But then I don't know what the hell happened in the second half. I mean, damn. I mean, it was like the 11 Stooges out there instead of the 3. Both sides of the ball. I mean, what are we doing, bro? I mean, ridiculous.
It is.
What did they say on Harry? What did they say on Harry Potter when they waited thing and they were trying to do the ridiculous? However, they said in their little accent, it was ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
I think what we saw is, as far as Latif goes, TJ, we saw the true freshman in him coming out for sure. It's not the showing he wanted to have for his first actual start in Lincoln, but it is what it is. You know, we'll talk about some of the quarterback controversy, I guess, whatever you want to call it, that people are trying to stir up right now. But let's talk about the bright spot in the game. Been the bright spot for the last 5 games. Been the bright spot all season. The man, number 21, Emmett Johnson. I mean, had a career day. I believe he was over 200 yards. You guys will have to excuse me. I did not pull stats or anything. I'm seriously still pissed off about yesterday. 10 out of the last 11. Yeah, I'm still pissed off. So I'm pretty sure he was over 200 yards on the day. It might have been all-purpose yards as far as receiving and running, but I mean, I know he had well over 180 yards before the end of the third quarter or just into the fourth. So, Kenny, Emmett, we've had him on the podcast, man. We knew what kind of character he had. We know what kind of mentality he has. And you see this guy, and it seems like he just doesn't get tired. The game progresses, and he just keeps churning it out. He's the workhorse.
That's what he is. He's the featured back. He's the workhorse. He keeps going. I wish others would keep going. I mean, it was a hard game to watch, man. I mean, let me take the gloves off, dude. I'm tired of sugarcoating it. I told you all when we did our preseason forecast, I stayed on cold a little bit, and we all came up with about 10-2. And you said you were shocked that I said 10-2. But offline, let's keep it all the way real. After everything was done, I said 8-4 is pushing it. 7-5. Did I not?
You did. Again.
I know what I see. I don't listen to any of the outside noise. One thing I've always hated as a player, as a fan, I hate coaches talk. Do not get on the mic and BS me with the, we're doing this. And shut up. I don't want to hear any of that. And that's what I always tell you guys when these guys get up there and say all the right things that sounds good. To me, you are a BSer. I'm being nice. I really want to unleash the word. But there's a lot on Facebook, and I don't even want to get flagged. But keep it honest. Be real. Say, hey, man, we didn't get it done. We need to do better. Don't kill me don't pacify me by giving me all this lip service, the flim flam. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. What are you talking about? That's why you always hear me when I go on my rants, and I be like, I will be in there like, dude, what are you talking about in your halftime speech? That's whack. You should be, as players and men, say, we know what we need to do. You tell us a little something, and we should go out there and execute it. If I have to motivate you at halftime to go out there and handle your business, something's wrong with you. And I saw a lot of things in this game, and you know I'm normally not critical, but I personally don't think Barney should ever be on punt returns. I've never thought he should be on punt returns.
Too small.
And if he's back there, and if he doesn't think he has a clean break, you fair catch that ball.
Yeah.
I mean, when the first thing happened, even though he was tackled and fumbled, I said, okay, because it was kind of like a muffed on that one. Then the second one, when I saw him, I know the wind was blowing, not planted when he caught the football on the first, I'm like, something's about to happen. Now, granted, I know what everyone's going to say. The targeting, the helmet, blah, blah, blah. But we know that hasn't been consistent all year.
Yeah.
On any level in any game.
That rule has got to go.
Yeah, I can see it as a yeah and nay. Because if I'm going to tackle you and you duck down, I mean, I can't take my head off and hit you with just shoulder pads. I mean, if you're running, I mean, my head is the most furthest extended part of my body. How do I turn to the side and break up my neck? I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
Exactly.
But at some point, you have to play smarter football, and that other stuff led to the loss. I'm not going to pinpoint that to the loss because that would be a cop-out. We just didn't get it done. And what? We beat them only once since Pelini, and that was Mickey J?
Yep.
I mean, what are we doing here?
I know. I don't think we're doing the right things, obviously. I came right out and said it on Twitter right after the game. Butler's got to go, man. As far as a defensive coordinator, I'm sorry. I saw regression in that defense as the season went along. I didn't see any improvement on the D line. I didn't see any improvement in the linebackers. And that's where we were going to be critical because we're small on the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew you were going to have to use linebackers in order to apply pressure, or you're going to have to figure out a way to utilize the speed that you're lacking in size. And he has not. It doesn't feel like he even attempted to try and figure that out. And it's irritating to me that our secondary is so damn good because he's a secondary coach. Keep him for that. The issue is we know Rule's not going to fire a coordinator after one season. So we're going to have to put up with this shit for at least one more. If Butler doesn't get size on the defensive line to at least bring a little bit of pressure off the linebackers and they don't have to fill so much, we're going to see the same shit come next year. So as far as I'm concerned, Butler needs to get the hell out. I know Rule knows what he's doing, and I know he's loyal to his coaches. But at some point, you've got to be loyal to players too. Look, I will say that I have heard from reliable spots. There are certain players that may not be happy with Butler. We may lose some after this season's over in the portal. Not going to say who, but do not be surprised if you see 2 or 3, maybe more. And it is because of Butler. They do not get along. They do not jive with him. They don't agree with his schemes, with his play calling. So at some point, maybe Rule's also got to take a step back and be loyal to his players as well. And I'm not saying he is not. I know damn well he looks at every one of those young men as if they're his own kids. He's an open door policy guy. I understand that. And I hope players have the stones to go into the head coach's office if they feel something is wrong with a coordinator or anybody on the coaching staff and voice their opinion. I hope they don't feel like they can't do that or they could be, quote unquote, punished for doing so if nothing comes up. So that's my take as far as the defense goes. Butler's not the guy. I wasn't sure he would be, but I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, just like I do with any head coach that's coming in. I gave Callahan the benefit of the doubt. I gave Riley the benefit of the doubt. Son of a bitch, I gave Frost the benefit of the doubt, just like 99% of the fan base. So I'm with the team no matter what. I'm with whoever's on the staff, whoever's on the team. But when you see what is going on and it's blatant, when guys like myself can see this, something's got to be done. I just don't know if it's going to be done this year, though.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you have to tweak a little things, but people have to also realize, and we've spoken about it before, that the reason the defense was better up front is because we had 2 big bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you have the smaller bodies up front trying to go against the mammoths on the other side of the ball, and you're trying to, how can I say it, circumvent or not circumvent, but change the pressure that you're trying to put on the opposing team with linebackers who aren't as big as the mammoths on the other side of the ball, you're not going to be as successful as you could be. Yep. But I just think they might need 1 or 2 bodies, bigger bodies down there that's athletic, that can really get after the quarterback and really cause a disturbance down there. And they will be okay. Some bigger linebackers maybe, but some that can move. I mean, they played okay. Secondary was fine. Keep coaching them up. But the Achilles heel from game 1 has been running.
Yep.
Our defensive stopping the run. Missed tackles.
They did a good job stopping the run for about the first quarter and a half.
Yeah. Then, they kind of let the quarterback get a Will Smith and got a little jiggy with it. and got him a couple of touchdowns.
FCS quarterback beat you like that. I don't even know what his stats were, but I think he threw the ball like 9 times, maybe 11.
It was hard to watch, man. It was just it wasn't. I'll say this. I mean, let me take a little of the blow off. It wasn't an ass whooping like we got in Minnesota and Penn State.
No.
Those were like, what TF am I watching? Because it was belt to ass. It was pure thrashing the entire game of those. I mean, it was like, sheesh. If I was there, I would have been pissed. And you know, I hate the cold anyway. And if I had went to one of those games, the cold as well, I might have walked on the field and bit somebody's nose off. I would have been so mad, Bryan. Pissed off. But it was like, okay, I can see it. I see where we need to capitalize that. We had some receivers that could have made some difficult catches, but I personally think they should have been able to catch the ball. And end result is we didn't capitalize when we had the opportunity to. And that 40-16, to me personally, though, they got beat, is not as bad as the score shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those where it says 40-16, but was it a dominant 40-16? You can honestly say no. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can honestly say no. But the fact is, you should have won that. You should have won that game. I mean, quarterback
offense put 40 points on you.
Yeah, I think Latif had to modify how he was playing once he got dinged up a little bit. And, you know, it was cold as hell from what I saw out there. So that injury hurts a little bit more. It modifies how you play a little bit more. But truth be told, we failed.
Yep.
And we're going to go to a bowl game. Hopefully they can work on a lot of things during this bowl game, because this is what I've heard for years. Oh, get a bowl game, more practices.
That does you no good after that bowl game.
I mean, the practices for our bowl game, we weren't looking at more practices. We were like, hell, can we get a break like the regular students? We're going to be out here smashing each other up. We're tired. But, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just rinse, wash, and repeat. And from this point forward, for me, I don't want to hear any more excuses. I don't want to hear any more excuses I don't want to hear, no, our next year we're doing, I don't want to hear jack shit. I'm tired of it. I've been tired of it. And a lot of us have been tired of it. And at some point, and I'm really irritated, especially when I was there for the Michigan game and saw that new stuff they have. All the trinkets, all the toys, all the bells and whistles. And you mean to tell me we can't figure it out and you have all of that? So are you getting too much for not have done anything? You get what I'm saying? I mean,
oh yeah. You give them everything in the world, every resource they could possibly need, and this is the result we get. I mean, look, watching that game, I watched it all the way to the end. It sucked, but I watched it all the way to the end. And my wife's sitting there right next to me, whom I have said numerous times, don't give a shit about football. But she will watch Husker games with me, because now she sees how screwed over we get at times and how bad things can get.
Right.
I'm pointing out when there's about 4 minutes, there might have been more than that left in the game, when it was obvious this was not going to be a win. The stadium was royally emptying out. And God bless my wife. Seriously, because her snap reaction was, that's messed up. They need to stick around and support the team. And that, you know, at that point, even I had to chime in and try to speak my logic there, because I didn't blame the fans. I didn't. You keep showing up every single home game, even when we had the worst years and records in Nebraska football history.
Ooh.
Still selling it out, spending your money in the stadium, buying the tickets, buying the merchandise there, buying concessions. And this is what we have to put up with every single year? Yeah. I don't blame them for leaving. They should have left.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want him to do? I mean, I get what she's saying, but at some point, I'm not going to be out there freezing to watch an ass kicking continue to
Horrible
happen.
weather. It was cold. It was starting to flurry.
Oh, you definitely know.
Go with it.
You know, definitely. Third person here, Ken would have not been there. Man, please. I would have left as soon as please. I'm like, wait, what is this? But nah, man. I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all.
When you came back from Michigan State in what was it, 2018 or 17?
Scott first year. Yeah. That was terrible. I don't want to experience that anymore.
Were you guys still out on the field while all that was going on, or did you guys actually go in and warm up?
I went in for a little bit, and then I went back out there trying to be tough, man. And I felt the wrath of Khan for about 2 months after that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, man. So, I don't want that smoke any longer. So, but yeah, man, I mean, they left. I'm sure they had a lot of cerveza. I'm sure they had a lot of cerveza before the game. And some drink in the car. I mean, the 12-step programs in the state of Nebraska should be having a plethora of people in there over these last couple of years since they've been sucking. I mean, it works if you work, so work it. Have your coin, go to your meetings and attend it, and work that program, because if I was there and I don't even drink, I'd be a sauce god. I would drink so much sauce.
I don't drink either, but I'm getting very close to being pushed back toward it.
I mean, I don't. Let me not say that. I don't drink like that. I'll drink some beer now. I'll grab a Corona, some a Dos Equis, a Heineken, a Miller Lite, or something. You know, I'll sip on a couple of brews. I'm sleep good, but that hard stuff, no, that's college days, brother. And I don't want to relive those. I can't move as fast. Drinking that strong, that syrup.
It's like Jason said, the owner of this place, he's figured it out. They moved here from Alabama and opened this place up. So they're Crimson Tide fans. That's
my gosh.
Hey, I really got nothing against Alabama except they're in the SEC and they won all the time. Of course, the jealousy's there. People were jealous about us back in the 90s. So
they were paying them boys back then. Now the NIL is in effect, and that's why Nick Saban had to go.
Yeah, Jason said he's figuring it out, man. On games when we lose, their business takes a hit. People don't want to go out. They want to stay home, sulk, drink at home, and just deal with it there. But he said when they win, totally different story. Totally different story.
No, they're in there with the side of their mouths touching their ears with the cheese, and we won. Taking the L's, they have droopy lips and they're sad and they're sliding their feet on the floor because they're depressed. Hey, that should be more reason for you to go in there and get drunk. Hey, but don't drive. Go in there, sip some sauce, call you the Fremont Uber, get to the house, or a jitney, or hell, just walk. It's not that big. You can get from to and from.
You've been here, Kenny. Nothing's far from anywhere.
Yeah, get you keep some runses in your pocket, warm one up in the microwave, use it as a hand warmer and a meal. You'd be all right. But I prefer the burgers. How about that?
No, I think I could give one more positive as far as offense goes, other than Emmett. I'll give the offensive line credit.
Mm-hmm.
For most of that game, they did their job run blocking. Their pass blocking was a little bit better. Iowa wasn't allowing TJ to roll out. They had that slide all game long.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the run blocking goes, opening up holes for Emmett and everything, I thought they did an amazing job. I think they've had actually probably – I'm going to add the Penn State game in there even as well.
Right.
I think the last 3 games, and 2 of them were losses. It might be the best I've seen them play all year.
Yeah. Offensive line wise. Yeah. They've been okay the last couple games since the one when you had to rip them. Who was that? The dude got the dumb penalty and all of that stuff. So, I mean, it's the rest of us that needs to show up, my man. I mean, we can't.
I gotta call out one of you guys at your position, Kenny.
Number 6?
Yeah, Dane Key. I mean, there was a couple of them, especially the one he high pointed. It's right in your hands, dude. You're above the defender's hand even. The defender never touched the ball. You've got to come down with that, and it was a critical time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had some plays we could have that we failed to make in the game that changes the way the game is played, that changes momentum, that changes scores, that changes field possession, that changes everything. And I can't understand why this late in the season and in this game that we made those mistakes. It's the end of the year. All that stuff should have been worked out a while ago, just like the punt return. It just I don't know, man. I mean, I personally think where was Williams at as kick returner?
He was back there with Barney as far as kickoffs go.
He should be the main guy getting the ball.
He should be the one back there taking the punts as well.
He should be the main one getting the ball, especially on that return. Now, punt returns, has he done any this year? I think he maybe have done a couple.
He might have been back there a couple times.
Yeah, but if they're trying to get Barney the ball to get him loose, they should have some parameters on when he's to field that ball and when he's not to field that ball. If it's hopping and it's suspect, you might have to take the loss on yardage. Don't try to go for that ball with them that close to you. You know? And a pet peeve of mine, why I don't take a lot of these. I mean, I think he's a decent player, but a pet peeve of mine when I see stuff like that happen when he got hit in the fumble. One of the main things I look at, and you've heard me rant and rave about it the entire time we've been doing this podcast. Put your damn mouthpiece in your mouth. Because to me, I don't know how people take it, but to me, that tells me you're not serious about what's going on. You too busy worried about how you looking out there to look cool. Yeah. I like my teeth. I love my tongue. I don't want my mouth busted up. I'm not too cool to put my mouthpiece in. Every play, it was in my mouthpiece, and we weren't wearing them hanging like they're wearing them now. We had,
everybody doing it. I swear almost nobody wears a mouthpiece anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you can't say you can't communicate with it, and it's been done for 1 trillion years. We did it. I did it. Hey, so. Yeah. And you put on the side of your mouth when you hold it, you put it in. When you touch your mouthpiece all game. It's, not the most sanitary thing.
Face mask.
Not the most sanitary thing, but we did it. I mean, we did it. So I don't understand. So when I see that and I see the face mask and I'm like, the mouthpiece, I'm like, it's clown behavior, man.
Junior high and high school here, if you didn't have a mouthpiece in for the play, that was a penalty on your team.
Yeah. Tighten up. But this is where, and people got to understand, I'm the most liberal guy when it comes to stuff on that field, like the uniforms. I love it. I was trying to do that 30 years ago. They wouldn't let me do it, how they wear their uniforms, the shoulder pads, the pants, and all that. So I'm the most liberal guy when it comes to things. But stuff like that, you tighten up the little stuff. Once you start tightening up that little stuff, it gets everything else under control. Yeah. And to me, that's one of them things you tighten up. Put your mouthpiece in, man. Get serious about the play. Something can happen at any time. Put it in. That's little stuff you focus on. Then when you're micro on that little stuff, the other stuff, they see you go be looking at everything. You know what I'm saying? And you can do it without being an a-hole and being a jerk, but you manage that type stuff. Hey, man, why your shoes not tied up all the way? Why are they not tied up tight? Sometimes you have to do that. And
pull your pants past your knees, damn it.
Yeah, and anyone listening that's in management, sometimes you have to do that with employees. Okay. Oh, they think this, and you start doing that, then it's like, damn. You know what I mean? Then they get in line because, this is what you want to do? So we go tighten up on A, B, C, D, F, and G. Then it makes them uncomfortable for a little bit, but then them being uncomfortable becomes a habit. You know what I mean? And the habit becomes standard, and then they're used to it. No longer it's a habit, it's just the norm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It was a slow, hard watch, but it wasn't super painful. I know I'm rambling, but we missed a lot of opportunities, Bryan.
Yes. Very, very many. We settled for 3 field goals. You can't have that if they're putting up 6 on their possessions. You can't trade touchdowns for field goals and expect to come out on top. It's mathematically impossible.
Right.
So, look, I want to see improvement. And to me, I thought we were on the way there. We were bowl eligible before the end of October, which hasn't happened since 2016. I felt like this wasn't going to be that huge year 3 jump that they've been talking about with Rule. I think the reason that happened is look at where he was at. He was at Temple. You can make a significant jump in a year 3 at someplace like Temple and Baylor, because he took over one of the shittiest issues you could take on as a new head coach at any university. Everything that was going on with Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
So you come here, and somebody said it perfectly on, I think it was Big Red Overreaction after the game. We're not the type of program or fan base, for that matter, that is built for, and this wasn't a dig, we're not built for that long-term overhaul. We're not that way because we've been there. We want, if not right now, like Signetti did with Indiana, we want by year 3 and 4 some significant improvement. We're just not that type of program and fan base that's going to allow a 5, 6, 7 years for that all to come around. We've been spoiled too much. It would be just like if Alabama's going to go through it now that Saban's gone, and we don't know if they will or not. They might. The jury's still out. They're definitely not the Alabama they were with Saban as of right now. So you just gotta, we gotta trust the process, I think, at this point, because I trust in Rule. I think he knows what he's doing. I hate to say this, he usually says all the right things. Just hopefully he's implementing those things as he's saying them. I want to believe the guy. I really do. I just hope behind the scenes he's able to really look at everything in the broad spectrum of it all, the whole fucking pie, and be able to pick out whether it's players or coaches where the issue needs to be addressed and what needs to be fixed. It's a hope.
It's a lot, but for me, I look at head coaches and I say, like for me with him, how much is he involved? Because I'm coming from a different perspective as far as from what my experience was. So people have to be understanding of where I'm going with this, so you can get a better picture of what I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. When I was there, I played with Coach Osborne and Coach Solis.
Yep.
They call the plays.
Mm-hmm.
So is he calling plays, or he's just a manager and agreeing with what they're playing, the play calls, etc.? See, to me, that makes a difference. Like we know on a professional level, there was a defensive coordinator. Coach Belichick called the defense in New England. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So to me, when you're a manager, as they like to say, some coaches, how involved are you with that decision making and that play calling at that time? You get what I'm saying? So is that coaching? Like we know if we go back, Shula, Landry, they call those plays. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Buddy Ryan. Yeah, when he's that coach, but he was that calling that defense.
He was the guy that went from Stanford to the 49ers. Was it Walsh?
Yeah, offense. He called those plays. Harbaugh's calling those plays.
Yeah. They have the last say.
Lincoln Riley's calling those plays. Now, I mean, they haven't done that. They've been in the playoffs a couple of times, but but this guy's had, 2, 3 Heisman Trophy winners? I mean, so we can discredit and you can try to charge him all you want, but that man has 3 Heisman Trophy winners. I mean, let's let that sink in. But the point being is, what are we doing? So when you get up here and you say certain stuff after the game and what you could have, should have, would have been doing, to me, it's just white noise. It's just noise.
empty words to you.
Yeah, and that's why people don't understand. I always say they're all fast talkers to me. To show me, I don't want to hear it. I need to see it. I need to see it in action. I need to see it come to fruition, and I need to see results. I can take close losses. We went out there and said we gave it all, something happened.
Yes.
I can take that USC loss with Raiola going down.
Yes.
I can't take the Minnesota Penn State NIST loss and the way that they happened. I can tolerate the Michigan loss, but
good word.
We could have done a lot better. So I can deal with, even though I don't like it, 9-3, 10-2, 8-4. But I need those losses to be like, we can say as much as we want about Iowa. Like you heard me say, they're not my rival. We would have thrashed them, and I care less about them. But the losses that they have, even though their record is what it is, they were close losses. It's a lot more tolerable than getting yourself thrashed. Right, but getting yourself thrashed, and what can you say about getting the 40 ball hung on you? What can you say about going to Penn State and getting the break speed off of you? What can you say about Minnesota of getting manhandled?
Nothing. It's like Character said, you want us to speak positive about what we're seeing on the field. Give us something positive to speak about.
Right. And that's where the disconnect becomes sometimes from Nebraska fans, former players, and Nebraska podcasters and people who generally tell the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth when we say it, and that's why they get in their feelings when they say it. And that's why I always tell people, I'm not the guy to give you the positive talk. I'm not going to do that. I'm not the, oh yeah, guys. No, hell no. What is this shit? And I stopped watching them weeks ago. I'm not going to do it. Start watching them live weeks ago. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to ruin my joy on Saturday.
Wasn't the UCLA game the last one you watched live?
Who was before that?
Was it? Okay.
No, who was before that?
Oh shit.
Well, I stopped after the USC game. No, I didn't even watch that one. No, I didn't watch that one live.
I think it was.
It was before USC. Who did they play before that?
Minnesota.
Whoever it was. Remember, I didn't watch the USC game live.
Minnesota game.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm over it. Because I'm not going to give you a false positive. We got 27 million negatives. Let's keep it real. We need to do better. We need to expect more. And we need to stop coddling when they don't meet our expectations and their expectations. What are your expectations? But see, this goes back to everything I've always said. I'm not okay with 7-8 wins. I'm not okay with just going to bowl games.
And see, I could have said last year I was okay with actually finally making the damn bowl game.
Happy that we finally made one. Happy that we finally made one. Right.
This year, no, I'm not satisfied with where our record is. I'm not, because we left games out there that were winnable.
Right.
Well, there's two of them that were absolutely winnable, and they shit the bed in both of them. Didn't even bother to show them. And that's the funny part. Minnesota game, you think about it, a lot of people were putting a lot of blame on Dylan for that game because there was almost no offensive production. Well, guess what? You got your wish. TJ was in there against Penn State. That's what happened. Not a whole lot of offensive production. So it wasn't just Dylan. It's across the board.
But where – I'm trying to look up stats when I do it. But where does the coaching staff take some of the ownership in that? Like I said, don't come in a press conference and give me the talk. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, we're trying to see this. We just got to do it. No. Where do you say we weren't prepared for that? We weren't expecting that. We were bullied right here.
Yeah.
We were dominated right there. At some point, before you point the finger, you have to shine a light on yourself. And I would be, as a coach, like, that's my fault for not getting you prepared for that.
Yes.
But you should be coached up to be ready for any situation. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's coaching. But I don't know, bro. I just it gets hard when we're having the same conversations year in and year out. Now this year and last year and this year is a lot better than the shit we've had for some years before. I mean, heavens to Murgatroyds are even. Isn't that what's his name used to say? Heavens to Murgatroyds are even on the cartoon. I mean, because we've had some abysmal stuff, and I don't think I'll ever be as low as I was after that Georgia Southern game.
Somebody on Facebook was trying to talk about how the 3 years under rule just isn't what we want and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, I get it, but would you rather have the first 3 years we had with the last guy? Is that what you want? Where his win total in 3 years, I think maybe amounted to one of Rule's win totals in 1 year. So I don't get the whole maybe Rule's not our guy talk anymore. You can't just every 2 or 3 years start saying this coach ain't going to do it. Yes, the 26 class is going to be small. It's not going to be ranked high. May not even be in the top 25. But that 27 class, let me tell you right now, when those guys get here, better watch out because Rule's got them ready to go damn near from day one once they get on campus. These kids are foaming at the mouth to get here now. I know. I'm looking forward. I'm looking ahead. I get it. But hell, Kenny, other than the bowl game, season's over. I think we can now.
Yeah, I think for me, and I think when we're guys who say that, and people who say that, for me, I don't want to hear any coach getting hired. I mean, getting hyped up when they're hired. And just as I said when I went off about the Mike Riley thing, is the same way I went off about the Scott Frost thing, and the same way I feel about the Matt Rule thing. I don't want to hear jack shit until it's proven on the field consistently. Don't tell me, oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, Matt Rule. All that stuff I heard about the 3-year thing, and that was bullshit to me. I can care less. I don't want to hear about.
I didn't think it would truly happen here.
I didn't care about it. It meant nothing to me. It didn't mean anything until I see it on the field. And I know what Frosty did over at Central Florida. My personal thing was I've said it offline. I didn't think he was ready for this job. I did not want him to get it because I know some of you might say, oh, Kim, understand. You're not going to get me to bash him up from some of you all first time hearing it because that was my teammate. You'll never hear me I might be like, damn, Frost, but I will not dig into him. But I didn't think he was ready for it. I thought it was too much pressure was going to be put on him based off the previous year he had just had and how it was handled and how it was done and how he got here and how Mike Riley was pretty much kicked out. He was a dead man walking, not physically, but intentionally coaching because of the success. Now, I think if Central Florida didn't have a success, Mike Riley would have been here another year. Honestly, I honestly think so. But because of that, it expedited the process to getting him up out of here. But to circle around, to bring it in the landing plane, I just don't buy any of that about what these coaches are doing, or not what they're doing, but how they come in to hype them up stuff. I get the optimism. I get what people are trying to say. I understand it, but I don't listen to any of that. It means nothing to me. So when I hear it, the Frosty season, the Rule, that shit is so corny to me. It irks. It makes my ass itch. It annoys me so much. You know what I mean? It just bothers me.
You're saying it's corny and you're a former Cornhusker. You're kind of using it too.
Hell no. Hell no. So take the corn off my Husker. Oh, we keeping it to the G. But nah, man, it just bothers me, bro. It just bothers me. So I don't want to hear about how great and this and that and his staff and this person. Like you've heard me say it, Bryan. I know I'm going off, but the offensive coordinator. I'm like, dude was so dope. Why the hell isn't he a head coach? Don't tell me about this dude. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear. Oh, I don't care. You're so dope. Why aren't you a head coach? If you were that wanted, and it just, I don't know, bro. I'm tired of being stepped on. I can tell you that much.
I think we can agree as far as the coaching staff goes. The one that needs to be retained and possibly given a damn raise is Eckler. What he's done with that special teams. Now, because we haven't had special teams cost us a game all season. Right. If anything, they've won us games this season.
Absolutely. That's a proven.
The one fuck up was obviously the hit on Barney, the fumble into the end zone. Thank God we recovered, but still gave them a safety. Still had to punt it back to them. Now, I will say, look, we touched on the whole targeting bullshit. I've been saying this for years, ever since it was put into play. It needs to go because it's inconsistent with every single referee and every single conference. They absolutely do not explain the rules very clearly because I swear to God, they've changed what they consider the crown of the helmet each year, and it's expanding.
Right.
It is a very stupid rule because at times you can't help it. If you're form tackling, you're coming in with that forehead of your helmet. And yes, it should be to the side, but you also can't control what the runner or the ball carrier is going to do when they come up for that contact.
Right.
And what are they going to do? 9 times out of 10, they're going to duck their head and give in.
Right. Which is literally what I said, right? Is what you're supposed to detach your head and take it out.
That was targeting.
And when you saw a replay, fast action, you didn't see it. When you saw the replay, yes.
Real time, bang bang. Hard.
When they re-showed it, yes, I would say yes. And that's not not Nebraska.
Penalty that can be reviewed and called if it wasn't. Now the fact that they took so long, and you had the announcers talking about it. They even had their replay guy coming through saying that it should be called, and they never even bothered to call down to review it. That is what blows my mind. This was not the referees on the field's call. It's whoever's up in that booth.
Right.
And they're seeing those same replays we're watching over and over for like 2 minutes straight. And they never make the call down. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, once they saw the replay, and once again, people, this isn't non-Husker bias. It was. Was it intentional? No. Did he intentionally lead with his head like you've seen some people do? No. But was it according to the rule? Yes.
By the rule.
Yeah. So they should have called it. Isn't there types of severities within the targeting, like penalty yards, et cetera? Aren't there like a couple different types?
I think if targeting's called, it's a straight
universal, straight personal. Okay. I thought it was one that can get them ejected. Is that the one?
Yeah, they can review it, and if it's
what they think you're just intentionally doing it,
and there's no targeting found.
Okay.
Then they can take that away. But at that point, they're just reviewing to see if there was actual targeting, and if there was, the player will be ejected. So.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I would say, yes, it was. I'm just going to be honest with you because of when you saw it in the replay, it was bang. Yes. But hold on to the damn football, brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It just,
I mean,
would that have really swung the game?
Right. That's where it becomes that. You know what I mean? Yep.
We don't know. That gave them 2 points, gave them the ball back, and I'm pretty sure they got points off of that drive. Then they got the ball back. So that was what, a 9-point swing?
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Like at that point, I almost felt like, hey, just let them recover for the touchdown so we can at least get the ball back.
Yeah, that's what it did, man. That's what it did.
Well, let's touch on this one real quick, Kenny. Before we get out of here, we're approaching that 50-minute mark. But I'll put it in quotes. The quarterback controversy. Look, I know after the UCLA game, a lot of people were high on TJ. I was one of them. Did I think he was the end-all be-all guy yet? Absolutely not, but a great in his very first start, especially in an away game. Hasn't looked too sharp in the last two. So now we don't need to worry about if he would have gone 3-0, wins the bowl game, is Dylan going to take off? Well, now we're hearing the rumors. There is talks of Dylan maybe thinking about hitting the transfer portal. Would it be such a bad thing? My opinion, no. I would completely understand it if he feels that TJ's made that jump and he could really battle him for that starting position come next year. I wouldn't blame him because he can start anywhere else. But if Dylan gets the job back, does TJ stick around now that he has really shown the freshman side, the true freshman side of it? The inaccuracy, the indecision, the just lack of real game time. Does that keep TJ here now? That, to me, that's the ultimate question. It's not if Dylan transfers. My ultimate question, Kenny, would TJ stick around now, realizing that he probably needs a little more development before he would even think about going anywhere else?
Oh, well, you want my honest opinion on that?
Oh, yeah, I always want your honest opinion.
Okay. For me personally, if Dylan were to leave because of that, to me, that would speak something about him. This is just starting it off. And the reason I say that, I know we're in a different landscape. And for those of you listening, I'm all about NIL and the portal. So make no mistake about it. Because the old way coaches controlled your future, not only at the school you're at, where you transferred, if they didn't want to release you, get rid of your scholarship, put you on all this stuff. So it's nothing new what you guys are saying. Now the rabbit has the gun. That's all it is. So for those of you who don't like it, kiss my ass. The rabbit has the gun now. And I don't have to deal with your shit, coach. The wait your turn stuff is over, coach, when I can be playing. Because there's a lot of players that could be playing as freshmen and ready to play that are in the wait your turn because this guy had to wait his turn. And kids aren't hearing that anymore. Now, there's some guys who in a bubble that should be there. They were fortunate enough to get scholarship at the school they were because they might have done a little well better than what expected. But when they go in that portal, they're not who they think they are. Let's be clear about that. But Cirque coming back around, if he left because of how he's playing, that kind of says something about you because they pretty much giving you everything you wanted. And I said from day one when they signed him. The reason we didn't get the kid that went to Syracuse, who was Ohio State's quarterback the year before, was because they pretty much gave Raul with everything he wanted. And that's why he ended up at Syracuse. So you would have had an established quarterback that was just at Ohio State come to Lincoln. But you wanted the one you want because of who he was in his last name. And you got him. So you had to kiss the ring a little bit to get him. So him leaving would be like, dude, they gave you everything you wanted and then some. And now you're worried about this kid coming up. Where now Lateef, I can understand, but I don't because he knows there's some things he needs to work on.
Absolutely.
You can work on those things that next year and get better and be primed and ready for when if Dylan decides to go early or leave that the following year, you are the guy. So it just depends on your makeup and the person you are. Like I said, you leaving dude and they're paying you what, $3 million for what? For what? I mean, you got everything you needed.
Yeah.
I mean, they've given you everything you want. You already have your uncle on staff. I mean, that was before you. But the point is, and all the other stuff I'm hearing about that you get carte blanche about. I mean, they cater to you. And for me personally, watching your mannerisms show that they cater to you. And I see it. And we see it and go, oh, okay. Oh, this dude believes himself. That he's everything they say and what they pump him up to be. Not as, this dude believes he's that guy like that. And one of the telltale things for me, and you heard me say it, was at the Michigan game. Well, we're all sitting there like, why the hell is this dude coming out in front of Bud Crawford and they got Bud Crawford here. Why are you stepping out?
Everybody else in the tunnel.
You were there. Get out of the way, dude. That told me a lot right there. Now, that is my brother. That's my boy. Love him to death. That is my guy. And you've heard me tell the story of Dominic when I was there. Yeah. My senior year, I said he needs to be playing. I want to coach Solis off. He needs to be playing. We are better with him playing. Yes. He needs to be starting and playing. For those of you who don't know, I went into Coach Solis' office. I said, it is my senior year. And I'll tell you what game it was. I got hurt in the Oklahoma State game when I separated my shoulder catching the pass. Yeah. Next week, I think we played. It was Texas A&M. That's the game. Myself was out. Lance Brown was out. D'Angelo was banged up.
That was at A&M, right?
A&M. I think Davidson had like 100-some yards. They kept throwing it. We was like, damn, they throwing it now because they couldn't do anything else. But we didn't look good.
No.
And I said something in the paper like, "Hey, we didn't look like Nebraska." The coach called me in the office, "Kenny, you guys." I said, if what I said was truth, if it hurt their feelings, then it's meant for them.
Yeah.
I didn't say any names. I didn't call anyone out. I just said we didn't look like Nebraska. What we used offensively, blah 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 blah. Said it's like, coach, when the preacher say something and they talk about something and it hit you, it's for you. Might inadvertently be for you, but it hit you. Then you're like, ooh, he talking about me. Yeah, I'm that backslider. I'm the one that do all the ooh, And I said, hey, he needs to be playing. He needs to be playing. This is my senior year, and we on this. No, we ain't got time for these other guys because they seniors. We need this dude needs to be playing. So understand me talking about the same drafting son. I'm just talking about that's my guy. But you're getting $3 million a year, young buck. I got $400 a month. That was my scholarship check. My rent was $280.
I was gonna say, even back in the early and mid '90s, you couldn't live off that a month.
Yeah, that's why we all live together. That's why I live together. I found an apartment. It was $250. No, it was $280 by the time I left, but it was $250. 1 bedroom. Blah blah blah. Off about 27th Street, just south of 27th Street off Vine. And I was chilling in the cut, being there chilling. But I mean, come on, man. So no, if he leaves, he leaves. Yeah, if he leaves, he leaves. Yeah, if he leaves, he leaves. All good. Do your thing, man. Good luck. TJ, be ready to step up. If you leave, you leave. Good luck. I'm not one of the people that bash the kids for leaving. I understand. And you know I understand. I tried to leave. I couldn't. It was different times. And it wasn't a competition thing. Yep. It was, we're not throwing the damn football. And I'm out here rolling on the ground. This ain't for me. What is this? Yeah, we're winning. But this I don't feel like a football player. And that's what people don't understand. So
back then you would have had to sit out a whole year. You would have lost the entire year of eligibility.
Unless you went to lower division.
Yep.
Maybe that's it. So
or be considered FCS nowadays.
Mm-hmm. So
but even that's not a penalty anymore. Now you can't you get on campus, you can be on the field day one.
And get busy. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see how it plays out. But if it's because of competition, he wants to leave because he saw, he played in one game. Shame on you.
Yeah.
I mean, worry about your rehab and coming back. Mm-hmm. And let's see what it is. But then that will go back to the history of some of the stuff he did when he was in Arizona. Remember, he was here for a year at Chandler High School. And they didn't win it that year, was going to transfer to another school out here. And then I think that coach said, no, we're not just going to give him the starting job. We have this other kid. Now, it wasn't his talent, but we had this other kid, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, nah, I'm out. Then he went to Georgia. That's how he ended up in Georgia. The senior year. But do you get what I'm saying? So for me hearing that, I replay that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which goes back to I'm going to Ohio State. No, I'm going to Georgia. Now he's coming back. Uh-oh. You see what I'm saying? You following me here?
Okay, so I'm kind of with you there. I think that he wants to take off because I don't want to say he's afraid of competition, but because there could be. Fine, I understand. I get it. At least TJ has had real game experience now. Mm-hmm. And if he's got to step in and be the guy come next season, fine.
Right.
I don't know who the hell we'd have behind him because Gramstad's gone. He's a senior. I don't know who we have coming in as far as the 26 class quarterback, because as far as I knew, Dayton Raiola was the only guy, and we don't have Trey Taylor coming in until 27. So, right. I mean, if that happens, I mean, I would hope the coaching staff goes straight to the portal to at least get somebody as a viable backup to TJ.
Right.
So, I don't know. Like I said, if he's going to do it, fine. I get it. And it kind of does bother me in a way in both sides of the ball, because it bothers me that hearing he might hit the transfer portal, and then you see him before the Iowa game out there on his little scooter thing with the team, with TJ, giving them words of encouragement, being there. But I haven't personally seen him honestly come out and say anything to dispel all these rumors either.
Yeah, it can just be the rumor mill, man, especially with his brother decommitting.
Yeah,
I can
that's
definitely.
what a lot of people are basing it off of.
Yeah, so they need to stop doing that and just say maybe his brother thinks somewhere will be a better fit for him, and maybe he doesn't want to live in his dad and brother's shadow.
Mm-hmm. And he may not have played.
Yeah, I mean, how much pressure would it be for him to come in and not be playing under those circumstances? Did people ever consider that? And maybe that's what he's looking at, to say maybe I can go somewhere and establish myself as my own person and not have to come in with those expectations to deal with that,
Yeah, you don't need everybody in your damn bloodline to go to the same school.
Nah.
We've had plenty of former players' kids go somewhere else. Some have gone to Iowa. I don't think any have gone to Colorado. Would you know, has any of your former teammates' kids ever gone to Colorado for scholarships or anything,
No, I can't think of any offhand. But if they did, go ahead and do your thing, man. Go ahead and do your thing.
They really kept it quiet if they did. They didn't say a word.
Go by your mama's last name or something.
Yeah. I can't claim you. You can't have that on the back of your
Go by your mama's last name. I'll never show my face on camera.
Don't you dare say hi, Mom, when you score a touchdown.
Yeah. Don't even put my name. Don't even put my name in the media guide, kid.
As far as the quarterback controversy, that's really where I'm at with it. If he's going to go, fine. At least just make the damn decision and rip the damn Band-Aid off. Don't drag it out. Don't use it as a bargaining chip, please. Like, I don't see him doing that. He's already getting a shitload. I swear I heard he made like $15 million in NIL and deals and shit last year alone as a fucking freshman in college. What the? As I've said damn near every episode this season, Kenny, I'm so sorry you went to college when you did.
Yeah.
You deserve to get paid.
Me too. Now, hey man, now that $500,000 that one school offered me, I should have took that. Makes me say I should have taken that, please. Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to mention real quick before we get out of here. There's been rumbles about Emmett possibly foregoing his senior year and hitting the draft. This stock has risen.
Get out of there, Emmett.
I have texted him. I know I'm not going to be somebody that is going to be a deciding factor voice in whatever decision he makes, but I did tell him, if you decide to go, you got to do what's best for your future. I would completely understand. I'm not going to beg you to stay, but I would like you to stay for your senior year. Finish it out. Who knows? You have a season even better come next year. There's definite Heisman talk. The fact that he was left off of a couple of watch lists and finalists for certain awards this year is asinine. It is beyond fucking ridiculous. I think one was the Doak Walker, the other was the Maxwell. It is just stupid. I don't know how you get a guy that's had 5 straight 100-yard games, first running back who've had to do it since Amir Abdullah in 2013, I think they said. So It's just I got a what do they call it? It's not an emoji, but the reactions you can give to text messages. I got a heart for it. So I mean, I don't know if that speaks anything or whatever, but he appreciated what I had to say. I doubt it has any bearing whatsoever on his decision, but I know he loves it here. I know he absolutely loves it here. But if he can go and make some money, I get it. But I want to say, Kenny, we asked him that question when we had him on. I'll have to go back and look. I will, but I swear we may have asked him that. And he said he'd stick around. He'd see it through.
Shit.
Pretty sure.
Good for you, Emmett. If you stick around, whatever.
You can still make money here.
I'm shaking the spot.
I know you're taking off.
I'm out.
Yeah, I know you're out.
I would have chunked the deuce. Boom. I would have been like Buddy on Harlem Nights. I ain't never coming home. Coach, I ain't never coming home. I'm out of here.
How many recruits we got coming in that we've had on that we've asked that question to, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm gone. I'm taking the money.
All of them.
Yeah, all but one. Tyson Terry is the only one.
Oh, he didn't want to say no?
He was the only one to say, I'm sticking it through.
Do your thing, Tyson.
Yep.
Hey, anybody that grew up
on him on the D-line come next year.
And he got a timeout chicken. Different. Timeout chicken, he's different.
All right. Shit, what do you think, Kenny? You want to get the hell out of here?
Yeah.
We've given him over an hour now.
Yeah, we can do it, brother. Get up out of here.
Right. Oh. No, yeah. I guess, we'll start to shut it down. For anybody watching on, if anybody whatsoever is watching on Facebook Live over at Southern Style Fremont's Facebook page, we truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't, please subscribe to us over on YouTube. Give us a like. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment. I always get right back to you. If you're going to be snarky on there, I'm snarky right back. It's no problem. I don't mind. I don't take no offense to any of it because we just do this for fun. We ain't pros at this shit. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We just like doing it. So, appreciate you if y'all go check out on YouTube. If you want to check out some of the merch, hop to shop.hurrdatsports.com. You want to know how to spell Hurrdat? There you go. You look right behind me. Hurrdat. Shop.hurrdatsports.com. Check out some of the Husker Army podcast merch becoming listed in the Husker Army. And make sure to go check everybody out, the Husker Army Facebook fan page. So, this has been amazing. I can't thank Jason enough for letting us host this here at Southern Style, putting us live on their Facebook page. That was awesome. And like I said earlier at the beginning of this, don't forget you got Rustic Rebels coming in tonight from 9 to midnight. It's going to be a great show. And this is a great venue. These, like I said, definitely one of the hottest new spots, if not the hottest spot in Fremont now. So you get the chance to be down here at 9 o'clock. Check out Rustic Rebels from 9 to midnight. So let's go ahead and shut her down, Kenny. Let's get the hell out of here. We got one more game to go, which is the bowl game. We'll be recapping that. So fuck it. That's it.
Yeah, just tell them to make sure. Just tell them to make sure when you're there tonight. I know it's cold. Wear some drawers with your boots and jeans. Don't be in there free balling in the cold, man. You get chafed and frostbitten. Yeah, that won't be nice. CarMax won't help you.
All right, brother. Well, we'll get out of here. We'll come back and recap the bowl game, and then we'll just kind of pull back a little bit, maybe take a break for a month after that, then come back for once a month, get some feedback, maybe a couple times a month. Cool, I can't stay away too long. I just can't. Much as it wears me down by the end of the season, I'm ready to get back into it after about a month or so of not doing it. It's an itch. It's an addiction now. It sucks, but it's got to be done. So, everybody, you've watched us. You've listened. We appreciate y'all. It has been an up and down season, but we're not done yet. We got that bowl game to go. We don't know what bowl quite yet, but we're going to know very soon. We got championship weekend up next week, I believe it is, for all the conferences. We'll know what the bowl games are after that. So that's it. Let's get the hell out of here. So for myself, Bryan Knutzen, for former Husker wide receiver, multi-time national champion, Kenny Cheatham, let's get the hell out of here. Husker Nation, Husker Army, you know what to do. Peace. Oh, yes.
Do it moving.
A Hurrdat Sports Network production.